Greetings to everyone present today at this public hearing. I'm Virginia Moraru, the Deputy Chair of the Prosecutor Vetting Commission and Chair of Panel B, and I declare this hearing open. The Prosecutor Vetting Commission was established and is exercising its powers in accordance with the provisions of the Law Number 252 on the external evaluation of judges and prosecutors. Thus, this law expressly states that the Commission shall assess the ethical and financial integrity of prosecutors who are referred to in Article 3, Paragraph 1 of the law as subjects of the evaluation. The panel carrying out this hearing consists of 3 members and was established to carry out the assessment of subjects mentioned in accordance with the provisions of Article 15 of the law mentioned above on the 31st of May 2024. I am joined here by the members of the panel, Cornelia Bidinski, national member, and by video conference, international member is joining us, Irmantas Mikelionis. The subject of today's hearing is Gheorghe Iapără, prosecutor in the Anticorruption Prosecutor's Office, subject of this evaluation in compliance with Article 3, Paragraph 1, Subparagraph E, and Article 3 of the Law Number 252. Greetings, Mr. Iapără, and welcome to today's hearing. This hearing is carried out in compliance with the provisions of Article 16 of the above-mentioned law and with the provisions of the Rules of Procedure of the Commission approved under the Law 252. Throughout the information collection and analysis process, with a focus on the subject that calls people, the Commission and the panel are assisted throughout that process and throughout today's hearing by members of the Secretariat. This hearing is open to the public, to the mass media, to people interested in it, and there is simultaneous English-Romanian interpretation available. Therefore, all those who take the floor are asked kindly to speak slowly and clearly to ensure faithful interpretation. In compliance with provisions of Article 16, Paragraph 3 and 4 of the Law Number 252, the hearing is being recorded by audio and video. And within 3 days from the date of the hearing, the recording shall be made available on the website of the Commission. Mr. Iapără, at the end of this hearing, we will give you the possibility to take the floor for some closing remarks if you wish to take the floor for that purpose. Now we will have a brief review of the assessment process with regards to the subject present here for this hearing. The Commission has initiated the assessment of the present subject on the 24th of May 2024 by notifying the subject by email and by requesting that they complete and submit to the Commission a 5-year declaration of assets and personal interests, including the list of close persons working in the judiciary and the prosecutor's office and the civil service, and that also applied to a question on ethical integrity as set out in Article 12, Paragraph 3 and 4 of the Law 252. Mr. Iapără, you've submitted the requested documentation to the Commission. They were filled out, signed, and with the necessary annexes within the established deadline on the 13th of June 2024. Also, in accordance with the provisions of Article 12, Paragraph 5 of the Law Number 252, by submitting the declarations and the questionnaire mentioned above, the subject of the assessment declares under their own responsibility the accuracy, that the information they filled out is accurate and complete, and also consents thus to the processing of personal data, following the random distribution of the evaluation file to the Commission's panels in accordance with the procedure set out in Article 17 of the Commission's Rules of Procedure. The evaluation file of the subject present here today was distributed to Panel B. On the 16th of August 2024, you were informed by email of this fact, including of the right to request the recusal of members under the conditions set out in Article 10 of the Commission's Rules of Procedure. Mr. Iapără, throughout the evaluation process, you did not seek the recusal of any of the members of the Commission. Throughout the evaluation, the Commission has collected information on the subject and close persons in order to establish compliance of the subject with the ethical and financial integrity criteria as set out in Article 11 of the Law Number 252. The Commission has also obtained information from multiple sources, such as the National Integrity Authority, the Office of the Prosecutor General, the Superior Council of Prosecutors, Customs Service, State Tax Service, Public Services Agency, and other authorities, public authorities and private entities as well, including financial institutions and open sources, were also looked into. The panel has analyzed and assessed the collected information in terms of its accuracy and relevance. As regards uncertainties identified during the evaluation process out of the collected information as mentioned above and out of the documentation that was submitted by the subject, the panel has asked clarification questions and has sought additional information and supporting documentation. You thus provided answers as part of 2 rounds of questions on the 9th of September and the 10th of October 2025. You've also answered all of the questions by the set deadline, and you've supplied the documentation that was asked for as part of those rounds. In accordance with the provisions of Article 16, Paragraph 1 of the law and Article 28, Paragraph 2 of the Commission's Rules of Procedure, if, based on the information collected and verified, the panel has no doubts as to the subject's compliance with the integrity criteria, it shall issue a notification to the subject establishing a hearing at least 10 days from the date of the hearing. The subject may decide to participate or otherwise in the hearing. Concurrently, if there is no new information, the panel or the Commission shall adopt an evaluation report with a recommendation for passing as to the fact that the subject complies with the integrity criteria. The panel notified you that it finalized the assessment and that it did not identify any doubts with regards to the ethical and financial integrity as set out in the criteria in Article 11 of the law that would have otherwise been discussed in a public hearing, and it also invited you to participate in a public hearing. Mr. Iapără, you confirmed receipt of the notice, you confirmed participation in the hearing, and you've sought access to the evaluation file. Thus, on the 9th of December, the Secretariat shared with you the file as set out in the Rules of Procedure of the Commission. Mr. Iapără, considering the above, I would like to first ask you 2 questions, general questions. Would you like to add or amend anything as regards the answers or information previously submitted by you to the Commission in the rounds of questions, or considering the documentation you've submitted? There is nothing for me to add, nothing for me to amend as regards the information provided previously in the rounds of questions and answers and in the declarations previously submitted. Are your answers provided in the rounds of questions, as well as the information indicated in the 5-year declaration and the ethical integrity questionnaire, still accurate and valid as of today? Yes, they are accurate as of today. Thank you, Mr. Iapără. Having said this, the evaluation process concerning you has come to an end. The panel is to issue an evaluation report as set out in the Law 252, that is within 30 working days at most, and that will be shared with you as detailed in the provisions of the Law number 252. I would like to thank you for having participated in the integrity evaluation process, and thank you for the presence today in this hearing. We'd like to wish you the best of luck on behalf of the panel, the best of luck in your work, and if there's anything you'd like to say as a closing remark, you can do that now. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to all of the close persons to me that have helped me out with this process, provided all of the documentation that I then shared with the Commission as requested. And I wish my colleagues who participate in this as well to have patience, to be patient, and to have the best of luck. We do thank you again. We wish you the best of luck. And having said this, the hearing is closed.